everybody, it's Jean from Inky Owl. Welcome, welcome. I am so happy that you decided to spend a few minutes with me today. I am going to be working on Glassine bags. And the one thing about Glassine bags is stamping on them can be difficult. Now there's some bags that I've stamped on with Stays On and they dried up fine and they were great. Sometimes I've stamped on them and they just don't dry. Even overnight, they still can be smeared. So I don't know what's up with that. These bags here, these are the ones that I have in my shop. They seem to take stamping pretty good. Like I stamped this and this is on, this is using, let's see, I used both Stays On and another archival ink. You know, a pigment ink pad is you know, a really better choice than the distress inks. You really, they would probably never dry, but the Stays On did. And I don't know. So what I'm going to do today, however, is I'm going to do a little technique of mixed media. I'm going to use some white, this is chalk paint, but you could use acrylic paint, you could use gesso, anything that kind of gives you that matte solid background. Because sometimes a background is just, I don't know, you just kind of want the stamp to pop up a little bit. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. Now to get as much bag as possible, because I'm going to be putting in a journal like this, I usually come in here and carefully tear off this this flap here, because it does kind of make it very thick here on the edge. Sometimes it tears off better than other times. Here we go. So I'm in a little bit more of a hurry because I'm on camera here. I just like to get this off so that seam isn't quite so in your face. There we go. There we go. Well, this one is a little bit more work than my other one, but I take that off, so I've got a little bit, like a, you know, a good inch or half, 3/4 of an inch left over that I can use. I've got my decal scissors, decal edge scissors here. Had these for like ever. Now, you don't have to cut it this way. You can just cut it with regular scissors, but I thought, you know, just leaving this little bit of a deckled edge is kind of fun. Alrighty. And if you really want to be fancy, if you kind of want to replicate this little guy here, then you're simply going to come in and just make a little snip there on each side, about a 1/2 of an inch like that. And we're going to fold this down evenly and then cut right along that seam that you just did. And it's really, these scissors are, you know, granted a little more difficult to work with because they're not like super sharp, but it can be done. There we go. Cut that off there and then just come here at an angle. And now you've kind of replicated, you know, this little guy over here. Might be a little bit more. Oh yeah, I'm getting OCCD there. Okay, there. And then you've got kind of like matching sides if that's what you want. And it does make it easier to slip ephemera in and out if one side is a little bit longer than the other side. So the side that I'm going to leave untampered is this here, the side without the seam. So you see over here, there's a seam down here where you teared it away, and this has got nothing there. So this is where I will be putting my ephemera in along the sides so that it can be seen and, you know, really pretty. It'll stand out inside the journal. But on the back side, you know, we don't need to see the back side. So that's the side that I'm going to paint and put on stamps on it. And you just need a little bit, and I don't even put it in a tray. I just start the painting. Not real thick. You want it just enough to cover. Now I painted over that little place where I tore away the old paper, the little seam that was here. So I kind of went over that so that we don't see that anymore. And sometimes I go to the edge, sometimes I don't. I guess here I'm going pretty close to the edge. Sometimes I make it, I just put in a small washi dab in there where it's just got a lot of edge around it. But here, since I got excited about painting and kind of went to the edge anyways, I guess I'll just go to the edge. But you know, it's up to you, however you like to do it. And like I say, it's not really thick at all. And I make sure that it's kind of not smashed together. And this will dry in 20 minutes, you know, really easy. Now you can get your heating tool. That's just too much work for me. So I just let this dry naturally. And it doesn't take that long. So I have one here that I've already done. It's already been dried and ready to go. And I've got this background. And so here I think it's kind of fun to build up on a little bit using a couple of stamps. Using like a background stamp and then the one you want to see. And so this is a background stamp from Stampin' Up! And of course it looks like wood. You know, it's kind of the point of this one. So on one of these sides, I'm going to put this background, and I'm going to use this Stays On Timber Brown. And it probably needs more ink soon. Yeah, hope there's enough left in here to get it. Oh, this isn't going to get any ink on it. I was wondering why nothing was happening. Here we go. Oops, I think I might be shaking the camera. I'm sorry. Let me hold it up here. There we go. And that's all ready to be stamped down. And get a good press on it. These larger stamps, I've noticed, are a little bit more challenged to get it all the way. So I think I might stand up on this one and give it a good press this way. Okay. All right. Yay. So it probably does require a little bit more ink, but that is the first stamp down there to look like wood. And the next one I'm going to be using Coffee Bean from Archival Inks. Brilliance Pigment Ink Pad. This time I'll take the whole thing off. So this has got sort of a red tone to it. I kind of like that for this leaf here. Just a generic leaf stamp. And I'll just put one like this on the side. And one kind of over here like this. So these, of course, this is not totally dry yet. It needs to dry a little bit, but it looks really cool when you have this white background, because your stamps just seem to stand out more, and they don't compete with what you got on the inside. So like this here, when I put these together, there's a little competition between, the card and the stamp. However, sometimes you can have a card that complements each other, but that's why I like using this white. And like I say, any kind of white paint, anything like that would be just fine. You can just use, gosh, if you've got some house paint that's a real light color. And I think any light color would work. Of course, your dark color is not going to show the stamps if you're using a dark stamp. But if you're using like a white pigment stamp, then you can stamp on a darker color. So one of the two, they have to kind of be opposite, I believe, for it to really show well. And we'll just put this little guy down here like so. So it's kind of fun to use stamps on these glassine bags, and it's just very easy, very, very easy. And so it will sit in the journal like this, and on the inside it will have this little card here and this little card. So you can see the pretty card when you open it this way, and this way you've got something fun to look at there. So that is my little glassine trick that you might want to try. So I have a couple of things that I'm going to finish up with here. This is going to be a little pocket here on the inside of the cover, and I've sewn around it. And I saw somebody do this the other day, and I thought, oh, I forgot all about doing this. If you happen to have a punch board, and you just I marked the middle of this thing, and I put it right in the middle of the punch there, and it makes a nice little thumb notch, just something different than the circle punch. I kind of like that. And I've seen it done before, but you know how it is. They sometimes go on and then you just forget you've seen it. So I kind of liking that idea now. I'm probably going to have to start doing that for a while. I get tired of doing the same old thing. And I'm just going to glue this in here to the side. So this was part of that printout that had the picture of the girl on it, that I needed the girl part, the little square of the girl, and so this was the other end of that piece. I cut the flowers out from it too the other day for the embellishment and the tags. Just in case you wanted to know. Just in case you were using the kit like I was and you wanted to know where this piece came from. So there, that's all put in there. Nice little side pocket there, and I'm going to make a couple of tuck spots here on the journal pages themselves. And so these little things come put together like this on your page, and you can cut around them and don't cut the seam, and then you can use them as little books, which is really a very cute little idea. But I've decided to use these as a tuck spot here on the side. So let me make sure. I thought that I inked them, but maybe I haven't done that. Thought I did all those. There we go. And I'm just going to glue two sides of it. And you can see I made a boo-boo on this side of the printer, but it's not going to show. So I'm going to glue this side, and I'm going to come in here and just glue down here, beaded glue, stick it in there in an angle. So yeah, these make cute little tuck spots, I think, for something different. I usually do make them into booklets, but I think this time we'll do something different. And then you get a lot of these little cool tabs that you can put on the end of the pages on the edge here. But what I'm going to do is put them onto a piece of ephemera. And this comes from Familiar Trees, Ephemera's Garden Kit. Beautiful kit, lots of echo prints in it. This particular one, of course, is just a leaf. She's got other ones that have other ephemera that have echo prints in them. But she's embellished a little bit. But this one's a pretty nice one. And so I'm going to just use that to give a little pop of color, you know, to this particular one. It's kind of plain, but you know, I think it goes really nice that way. And we'll just stick in maybe another piece of ephemera, and then we'll stick in the back side of this particular can. Kind of gives it an echo look. So there's a little tuck spot there, and then I'm going to put a little bit of decoration here on the bottom of this. And my scissors, let's see, what did I do with those? Oh, I didn't bring those over here. This is not burlap. It's actually a deco fabric, you know, a scrap of it. But it's frays really bad when you cut it, which is excellent because it does kind of give you that burlappy look. So I think I'm going to put this down here, and I believe I'm either going to put this, or I think I might put this down here. No, I'll put the pumpkin down here. There we go. Just a little bit of something down there. So I should be finishing up these journals Saturday, this coming Saturday, and have a flip through and a listing, most likely Saturday morning coming up. I believe it would be the what would that be? 21st is Saturday? Something like that. So there, just a little bit. Like I say, when it's a TN, I don't want to make it too awful bulky, but you do want to put a little decoration in there. So that's kind of cute. And then the second one I've decided to put over here. Let's see, where is that page? There we go. And then put it right here. And again, do the 3 sides. Down the bottom. Yeah, I'm really jealous of everybody who is beginning to experience nice cool temperatures. Getting a fresh breath, fresh air. You know, when you live in Florida, you just go a long time in the heat and humidity. Of course, I'm not a fan of it, but I know that some people love it, and more power to you, man. I actually am envious if you are a person who loves it. Oh, but it'll be here soon. The winter will be here soon, and be able to enjoy the outside again. Although I think today it had a little bit cooler than usual day. You know, sort of like a little taste. It actually got down to like 75 in the night, something like that. And it's a little taste. Got a piece of muslin there. This little postage stamp looking thing. Kind of cute. Yeah. So this journal, or these journals, is about as close to the fall colors as I'm going to get. There we go. There's that. And here's another one of those really pretty echo prints, and I sewed around them with a zigzag. And so we'll stick in one of these guys. It just sort of makes it pop a little bit. There. Can go in the background there. Oh dear. Oh, this is a little bigger than I thought it was going to be. Might have to put this somewhere else. Well, that's a bummer. I've got some other cards I can stick in here. Put a little bit behind there like so. Guess I put that text spot a little too much to the inside there. All right. So there are those. So I've got a few more things that I'm going to slip in here and get them all done. And I'm going to sew them in. Probably I'm thinking of doing an elastic band closure on them. I really like that for TNs. You know, it just makes it kind of handier, I think. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that these, hope you enjoy these. I hope I can keep you company, and you certainly keep me company. And I'm glad that you could join me. And thank you so much for your lovely, lovely comments. You know, us YouTubers just really appreciate it so much, because it gives us encouragement to keep going. And so I really appreciate it. So we will talk to you later, and next time I will be doing a flip through and listing them. Thanks for watching. Bye.